afternoon, and I hope you're having a lovely day. Here it is bright and sunny and windy. So the wind makes it a bit chillier than what I think it actually is outside. If you hear any noise, it's a fan running in the background. We have a wood stove in the basement that heats the house, and I don't mess with any of it except maybe to put a couple pieces of wood in the stove when it's a really cold day in the middle of the day. I'll go down and refill the stove. But today it's a pretty day. We don't have the stove going, but my husband didn't turn off the fan and it's too high for me to reach. So it's a running, and that's what you hear. And welcome. If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Kathy, or Crazy Knitting Nana, uh, as my son likes to call me. Uh, so I'm getting a lot of us in. I made it to two Ollies over the weekend. Went to the one in Roanoke, Virginia. And that one is in an old Toys R Us building. If you know what I'm talking about, they were huge buildings. Unfortunately, they probably had no more yarn than the small Ollies in Salem, Virginia, because they just, along one big long wall, they probably had a third of like 3 or 4 shelves worth of yarn, and some of the yarn looked like it was left over from a couple of years ago or a year ago. So I did find some yarn that the other Ollies didn't have last week, and I went ahead and got it there because they had it. So I'm going to reach down here and I'm going to grab that bag. I bought Ollie bags to put it in. So my husband got Twizzlers because we forgot that he had gotten Twizzlers the last time, and these are not that great. So he got 2 bags of those, so I'm pulling those out. All right, so you probably watched some of the other. If you watch any of the other channels, such as Affordably Crafty, she went and did an Ollie's run in her Ollies, and I know she talked about these yarns, but I'm going to talk about them as well. For those who may not know about Affordably Crafty, if you don't, check out Affordably Crafty and Geek. Oh, I will put it down below. I don't do editing on these because I'm not very good at this yet. I need to sit down and play and learn how to really work it. But when they do 2 live shows a week, and it's called Affordably Geeky. So I will link their channels down below. And if you have a channel and you watch this, please mention it in the comments, and I will try to link it in the description, and so that way people will probably see it better. Okay, so the first one I went to on Sunday, because I hit 2 Ollies, was the one in Roanoke, Virginia, in the old Toys R Us building. I only got 8 skeins of yarn. That was 4 skeins of 2 colors. So I'm going to show you those, but I promise I will only read the description off of one. So they had the Red Heart Chick Sheep, and this is called Poolside. And I don't think it's really showing the blue all that well. It's not that light of a blue. It's a medium blue, I think, or maybe between a light and a medium. And this is see, chick sheep. So it's merino wool, 100% merino wool, and it is so soft. It's 3.5 ounces or 100 grams, 186 yards or 170 meters, and it's a medium weight. Calls for a 5 millimeter hook, which is an H hook, and a 5 millimeter knitting needle or an 8 needle. You can wash and dry it. Do not iron and do not bleach. I learned what the triangle with the X through it means. Bleach. Do not bleach. Um, well, it says machine wash cold, gentle cycle, dry flat. But, well, I guess that's what that means. Okay. Uh, do not professionally dry clean. But I'm not sure what the circle with the, I guess that's probably something that I just read. All right, so that's that. And then I got it in this. This is also chick sheep. And this is dragon fruit. And it is not that light of a pink. It is a dark pink. I just hate that it's not showing the color correctly, no matter how close I get it. But it's a dark pink. So that's what I got at the Roanoke one. Then I went back to the Salem one thinking, oh boy, I'll get in there and get more. Well, my husband was like, well, you told everybody about it, so you're probably not going to find as much. He was right. They didn't have any more of the Roll With It Sparkle. And they had some different colors than what I had gotten the last time. That they didn't have out that time, but there's a lot of yarns gone that I'm pretty sure I didn't see. Now I did not get the browns. I'm not into browns and grays. I should get them because I'm wanting to make some stuffed animals. And brown and gray make good teddy bears and elephants and other animals as well. But they had red heart, I guess it was stripes in a brown color. And I didn't get to do a video. My husband was with me, and he's not a patient person. I love him to death, but he's not a patient person, so I didn't do a video. Sorry. Excuse me. Well, like I said, he's not a patient person. So I didn't get a picture of this. And they also had a brown in the Burnett that I'm not going to show you the brown. It was a brown and a gray. I believe it was the Burnett. I don't think it was the Red Heart. So now, this I got for each of these. This is Red Heart Super Saver. It's in a bright orange, but not quite that bright. See, like I said, I don't know if it's the sun. I'm not using any other light. But Red Heart Super Saver, it's not that soft, but it's not really that rough. So it'll make a nice something, a few nice items, I guess. Probably will end up being slippers. Of course, let's see, this is called Flame. And it kind of reminds me of a flame. Medium 4-weight, 5.5 millimeter or an I-9 hook, crochet hook, 5 millimeter or an 8 US knitting needle. Of course, machine wash, it's 100% acrylic, machine wash dry, and it's got the OECO text thing on it, which means it's safe. So that's this color. I got 4 of these. Oh, okay, this one's different. I got 4 of the Red Heart with Love. And these are very soft. And this is a pumpkin-y type orange. It's called Tiger Lily, but to me it's more of pumpkin color. It's darker than what it's showing on the screen. Sorry about that, folks. Of course, it's 100% acrylic, machine wash. Weight is a 4. It says a 6.5 millimeter hook or a K 10.5 hook. 5.5 millimeter needle or a 9 US knitting needle. I'd say an 8 US personally, but it's pretty much the same thing as the other, as the Super Saver. They're pretty much the same size. I got 4 each of those. Now, give me a second to look in here. I think that's all of these. And I got 4 more of the Burnett Premium, uh, the green sparkle, because I don't think in my last video I really talked about it. So, this is Spring Green Sparkle. And that's probably the closest color that the screen has shown so far. It's 5 ounces, 142 grams, or 258 yards, 236 meters, 97% acrylic, 3% metallic, medium 4 weight, 5 millimeter knitting needle or a US 8, 5 millimeter hook or a US H8 hook. Of course, it's machine washable and dryable. Of course, I would not use an iron on it or on the other one either, or Clorox. You don't want to bleach it. Did I tell you how many? I don't think I told you how many yards was in this one. I think I told you this, the Super Saver, but with love, there is, well, 7 ounces, 198 grams, 370 yards, or 338 meters is in the Red Heart with Love. I don't think I said that. Let's see, that was my second bag. Again, that's because, 2 different Ollies. And we don't want to carry in a bag with yarn in it into a store. And, oh, well, this must have all been, oh no, I showed you that. And then at the second Ollies, I also got some more of the blue, what is it, chick sheep. So it's no difference than what's already over there. What I showed you of that one. Oh, goody, I got the Burnett Premium this time, and I don't think I got it last time. I don't remember. I'd have to go look in my other bag. But I got the Burnett Premium, and it's in deep purple. Of course, it's 100% acrylic. It's soft. 360 yards, 320 or 329 meters, 7 ounces or 198 grams, medium weight 4, a 5 a 5 millimeter knitting needle or a US 8, or a 5 millimeter hook or a US H8, and of course machine washable, dryable, wouldn't do bleach. And I got 4 of these. And then I got, yes, folks, I made out like a bandit. My husband really let me spend a lot of money. And then I got 4 more of these blue, the Super Saver. This more of the Bluebell. So that gives me 8 bluebells. Well, my aunt told me today that she wanted to make her son and his girlfriend a blanket for their new house. And she wanted to do it in blue, and she was hoping I would help her find the yarn. I said, well, I got 8 skeins of blue. I said, do you want light blue? Because that's what I got. And she was like, yeah, I don't care what color blue. She goes, just as long as it's blue. So I'm going to give her, well, she probably will pay me for these, um, though she doesn't need to. But so she's going to get all 8 of these because the blanket she's doing calls, I think, for 7 or 8 skeins. And I think this has what she needs. I think this has more than what it calls for in it. But it's 7 ounces, 198 grams, 364 yards, 333 meters. It's bluebell, like I said before, of course, machine wash. This one, did I tell you? Yeah, I told you that it's a 4. Oh, yeah, it's a medium 4, but this one they say you need a 5.5 millimeter hook or a USI 9 or a 5 millimeter 8 or a US 8 knitting needle. And it's machine washable and dryable, but you don't want to throw any Clorox on it either. And that is all the yarn that I got this weekend. Again, I'm kind of kicking myself because I didn't get the other colors. I almost got the gray, and I thought about getting the brown, but the brown stripes felt a little rough to me. And they didn't have any other colors there. I was kind of saddened, but my job as being on YouTube, if I want to do a good YouTube channel, I've got to share what I find and where I find it. Maybe I should wait till I buy everything I want. I'm just kidding, y'all. Yarn is yarn. I have a lot of it, but I do make things, and a lot of things are donated. I do want to try and get things, I want to try and get caught up so that I can make things so I can start doing shows again. I really want to get back to doing vendor shows. I miss it. I love doing it and I miss it. So, uh, again, if you have an Ollie's near you, you should check them out. You should also check out the different, you should find all the little thrift stores. There's little thrift stores in my area that when I mention them, people are like, "Oh, I didn't know we had that." Other than your big thrift stores such as the Y, and I love the Y. Don't get me wrong. Go check them out because sometimes they have good, good yarn there for really cheap. And of course, there's the Goodwill, the oh, I can't think of it now. It'll come to me later when I'm not doing this video. But you have your 3 big ones that you find most anywhere, and then then your town may have some smaller ones. My town has one that is the Montgomery County Education Assistance Program. And a lot of times I can go there and find really nice yarn, but unfortunately, I think they overprice their donated yarn. And they underprice their donated handmade baby blankets. But I understand they're there to help others. They're not there to really make a profit. That group is there to raise money to help with the education program for those who might need the extra finances. And it's a great little shop. And then we have a few other little shops in our area. I couldn't tell you the names of them. I haven't been to one of them, and I do need to go check them out. I really don't have a lot today for this one. This is going to be pretty short, I believe. So I'm going to put that over there. I'm going to pack up the 8 blues that I have so I can take them to my aunt tomorrow. And she'll make a pretty blanket out of them. She's a very talented knitter and crocheter. I I have learned to crochet, but I can't read a pattern. Well, I can. I can read some of a pattern. But, it's just like learning to knit. You just got to learn to read. You got to look and see, when it says CH, what does CH mean? And, you know, um, and then what all the other abbreviations mean. It just takes time. Uh, but I really don't have a lot to show or to tell. Oh, I do know something that I meant to mention and I meant to show. So, gosh, I need to reach it. I'm wondering if y'all forgive me. I'm going to walk away. And no, I'm not pregnant, y'all. I know it looked like I was when I stood up. Okay, I'm trying. Oops, I knocked my lap desk off. That's all right. My lap desk can be knocked off. It won't hurt it. It's plastic. All right, so I was talking about the yarn that I needed, and I'm hoping that maybe somebody can help me out. It is Garden Silk by Universal Yarn. No, they no longer make it. They haven't been making it for a few years. The colorway is Quince, and this is some of it. It's not the best because I don't have it finished yet. I've got to um, block it. I've got to weave in ends, but I'm not done yet. And this is what I need. This is the colorway that I need. Of course, again, the sunlight is, I don't know if I can get it to where the sunlight, it's darker than it's a bit darker than what it's showing on the screen, I think. But I need, a pink. I don't need a light baby pink. I don't need a hot pink. I need a pink. I don't know how to say it. But if you've ever seen the Universal Yarn Eden Silk in Quince, then you'll know what I'm talking about. I need it. I have 22 rows left to do. I don't even need a full skein. I've got 22 rows left to go with it for this and bind off. And then I'm done knitting it. Except, after I bind off, then all I have to do is weave in ends and block it. And I want to be able to do that soon because I got to finish this other one. Now this one I have plenty of yarn for, but I'll show it. This one is called My Precious, and it can be found on Ravelry for free. This one is called Jasmine. It's also on Ravelry, and it's free. And I know there's a lot of people who don't like Ravelry. Sorry. But maybe you can find it elsewhere. I tend to use Ravelry because I'm older, and once you get used to something, you just tend to use it. This is called Jasmine. Again, it's a free shawl on Ravelry. And of course, I'm still working on it. I'm not going to say that it's an easy pattern because at the moment I'm having trouble. I'm trying to find one of the things. Oh, my aunt. So this is for a family who lost their son slash brother. So the um, universal one, the My Precious, is for the mom, and the Jasmine is for the sis, and then slippers. My aunt did the slippers for the dad. I was going to do them, and my aunt said, "Oh, let me do them. I love to do the slippers." So these are very simple to make, and they're quick and easy to make. So she made those and gave those to me today. And thank you, Aunt Doris. I do appreciate that very much. My husband is a crocheter, or as he likes to call himself, a hooker. And he makes his own soap bag. He doesn't have a pattern for this because he can't read a pattern. He hasn't tried. So it's not that he can't, it's that he hasn't tried to learn to read the patterns. But he just looks at a picture and goes for it, or he looks at something and he goes, "Oh, okay, you want something like that, I'll just make this." So he makes soap bags for my Helping Hands group. My Helping Hands group is located here in Christiansburg, Virginia, and we give to those in need. Our foster system not only takes care of children and babies, under a certain age, but they also care for the elderly who have no family. I think that's wonderful. So these go to foster for the elderly and to our um, cancer center in Blacksburg, which is Blue Ridge Cancer Center, because the patients there like these because soap bags, they don't have to worry about holding on to the soap. Now, the jasmine shawl that I just showed you is made from denim tweed. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm jumping around like crazy, like a jumping bean today. I meant to tell you about the other yarn as well, so let me find that tag again, and I'll read it in a minute. So the jasmine is Cedar Denim Tweed DK. I don't need more of this. I've got a ton of this. It's 60% acrylic, 25% cotton, 15% wool. And it is made in Wakefield, England by Cedar. It's machine washable. I guess it's machine dryable as well, but I'm not sure. You can iron it under, over a damp cloth over top of it. Calls for a US 6 knitting needle and US F5, F6 US hook. It's kind of tiny. It's a 4mm hook. The writing is tiny, but again, I don't even know if this is made anymore. It's Cedar Denim Tweed was the name of that. Oh, and the colorway, I'm not sure if I can find you the colorway. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be able to give you a colorway. I might have another thing in here. Let me see if I have another tag in here. Of course, I have another ball over there. Hang on a second. This yarn was also given to me, and the other yarn was given to me. So yes, I am using stashed yarn. Here we go. Let's see if this one. Oh, they have it covered. Oh, it's called Denim Burgundy. And I don't know how much it originally cost. The price on here is $4.50, but I'm sure that's wherever they picked it up. because the other one had $3.99 on the price tag. So that's that one. And then this one, and I'm sure it costs more than that being a cedar and coming from England. Oh no, this one had the $3.99. This is the Garden Silk. Oh, I think I told you all about it. Calls for a US 4 or 3.5 millimeter. Not that you can get this anymore. And a crochet hook of a 4 millimeter G6. And it, oh yeah, I think I told you it's 75% merino wool, 25% silk. It's a 3 weight. So it's also a DK weight. And I could really use some more of it. If anybody could tell me more, maybe find it. How much is in this? The denim tweed is a 50-gram ball. It's 186 yards, 170 meters, but it doesn't tell you like oh well, I don't guess it's 50 grams. It tells you how many yards and meters. So that's, but this I have plenty of. It's the other one I need a lot more of. Or I need one more of. So if anybody can find it or anybody has any, I would be most grateful if you would contact me and let me know, and I will be glad to pay you for it and pay for shipping. See, there's the fan. There's my great nephew in the background when he was a baby. I need to, I want to take down the other picture and put up some other pictures. So, I think that's it for today. I'm sorry to take up so much of your time. It is past lunchtime and I am getting hungry. So, as I like to end, I like you to know that you are loved, that I have enjoyed my visit with you. I do apologize for being all over the place, and I appreciate your time. And again, remember, you are loved. And if you need to talk, you know you can find me either on here or on Facebook, and I will reference those in the description below, and I will get you the affordably crafty, and then the geeky one. I think it's affordably geeky. I'm not sure, but they're both wonderful ladies. I also enjoy Bag O Day Crochet. She always has some really good videos, and she has a lot of learn to crochet videos. She's just a sweetheart of a lady, it seems like, and so are the other two ladies. So thank you for being here today, and please, if you need to talk, make sure you let me know, because you are loved. And it is a beautiful day, no matter if it is hailing, storming, sleeting, or whatever. You have to look at it as a beautiful day. Much love.